Welcome to orientation. We are so glad that you're here. We're excited to help you on this journey. And don't be overwhelmed, don't worry. As we go, everything will be made clear. Now, I see you've been selected to take over your division. You'll be informed of any delays. The Lord will give you guidance and lead you through what sometimes may seem like a maze. Now, if you have any questions, we'll be glad to help. Just know that this is constructed for you to ask the head man himself. He's really hands-on, and he loves the attention. No question is too big or small to ask. He is so much more than an honorable mention, and he will encourage you through every task. Make sure you read the contract. There are details and a clause. I recommend you read it thoroughly. After all, it was inspired by the boss. Also, study the handbook. It will come back to your memory in a pinch. Now, one thing you must remember, one thing I didn't do when I started, use this in life in every inch. Your authority, you have it. Some out there will try to make you think otherwise. But when you took this position, part of the mission, you were given the ability to command, declare, and order. So don't listen to the enemy's lies. Your words, they are spirit and more powerful than the strongest man. Like a sword or bullet, your words can cancel the enemy's plans. Train yourself to believe it and settle it carefully for this race at hand. Now, many rush over this part, but I will slow it down and highly recommend to you. Know that your life will follow your words, so line them up with God's and you'll make it through. There's a pushy one. He calls himself fear. You have power to tell him what to do. Now, he will try you. Don't get scared. Rebuke and command him to go, and he will flee from you. I know that you are new, but do you know the story and how it all began? I know the greeting team told you the ending. We have time, right? Okay, let me share some details how Christmas began. It was thousands of years ago. No Christmas trees or balls, and fairy lights didn't exist at all. No one was rushing into malls, and the times were black. Black Friday, they didn't have those in shopping malls. To me, Jesus made a grand entrance. A spotlight called a star led wise men to his feet, bringing gifts from afar. When he was born, in a manger is where he laid. There was no room in the inn. That was prophesied from earlier days. No boardrooms, no consultations. The big guy thought of all this on his own. Even his angels didn't understand, and they surrounded his throne. The fact that a little baby born on what we now call Christmas Day is God himself, Jesus, part of the Trinity. He came born of a virgin and from no seed of a man. His mother Mary asked, "How can this be since I don't know a man?" She did good. Can't say if it was me, I would have been that calm. That's why God knows where to place you. Listen, you got to trust him. You were in his palm. The enemy knew that Jesus was coming. The demons knew that he would bring their fall. But even with this information, they tried to gain control of it all. The Christmas lights, the decorative balls, the things we use to celebrate, don't let them be a distraction of why he came. Let me put it to you straight. His birth was the beginning, made it possible, part of the big plan, for us, his man, to be born again. Public speakers, inspirational, none of them have anything on him. Listen, when Jesus was young, he was in the synagogues teaching grown men. Christmas is the celebration of God's love for man, sending his son, the birth of one, because he is, we can. His motto, I will never leave you or forsake you. His birth, it answered our call. We celebrate the baby, thank God for Mary, but no, the man Jesus paid for it all. The manual has more details. I call it the story, the love story for men. The birth of a Savior redeems you and saves you. A white beard and reindeer are simply an old tales trend. All right, you ready? Grab notebooks, pens, tell family and friends. Remember that you are a light among men. Learn his story. Then, for his glory, tell yours and how he made things right again. Christmas is a celebration of a very special man. Jesus is the reason that we can live again. Now, without future delay, let me introduce the one who came bringing liberty and truth. As a baby he came, but as a man he left. His love, his journey passed every test. Put your hands together and welcome him in. I introduce to you Jesus, a true friend.